It's the G to the U to the R to the U. It's the G to the U to the R to the U. We're going to talk about Chargers versus the Bengals. Man, the Guru, this was one of the emotional games. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all know Joe Burrow is my favorite quarterback. Y'all know he's my guy in the NFL right now. Out of all the quarterbacks, the Guru loves Joe Burrow. And Justin Herbert. Y'all know, I'm the fanboy of Justin Herbert. So this was like one of those games, it's like when two of your brothers playing against each other, you don't know who to root against. You can't root for no one, man, because it hurts. I was just like, man, I'm not rooting for Joe. I'm rooting for Justin. It's like, I'm just rooting, all right? But really, my takeaway from this game, what really caught my eye was like the way the organization, the way the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals organization handle their franchise quarterback situation. Because just follow me here. Both of those guys obviously came from the same draft class a couple of seasons. I want to say the 2019-20 draft class, right? Joe Burrow, obviously the first overall pick, and Justin Herbert, I believe, was the 5th or 6th overall pick. But one thing that struck me with the way the organization went, fast forward, we saw the Cincinnati Bengals obviously had one of the worst offensive line unit prior to getting Joe Burrow and when Joe Burrow's rookie year. The Los Angeles Chargers also had one of the worst offensive line unit in Justin Herbert's rookie season. So both of those organizations right now knew last year both of their flaws was the offensive line unit. But what struck me was what the organization did when it identified their situation in hand. The Los Angeles Chargers, as soon as the offseason was over with, they identified, oh man, you know what, our offensive line is a problem. We got ourselves a franchise quarterback, you know what I'm saying? We got to keep him healthy and we got to protect our investment. That's what the Los Angeles Chargers were. They got to protect their investment. So they went into Green Bay. They got Corey Linsley, one of the best center in the game. Got him for the free agent market. You know what I'm saying? So they secured the interior offensive line to protect their investment. And then in the draft, they went and got one of the best offensive tackles in the draft in Rashad Slater from Northwestern. Boom. You know what they did? They're like, you know what? We're going to protect our investment in Justin Herbert. And then I looked at the Cincinnati Bengals. Same situation. You get that Joe Burrow, and they've had a terrible offensive line. And Joe Burrow didn't even finish his rookie season because of the offensive line. Didn't even finish his rookie season because of the offensive line. But you know what, though? In the free agency and in the draft, you know what the Cincinnati Bengals did in the first round? They're like, nah, we're going to pass up on getting Penei Sewell. We're going to pass up on getting Christian Darrisaw. We're going to pass up on getting Rashad Slater. We're going to get Jamar Chase. Because that's a sexy pick. Y'all know it's like this new style of football. This new football, it's all about, it's an offensive league. Yeah, we know it's an offensive league, it's an offensive league. But one thing I can tell you this, it's a quarterback league. It's not a wide receiver league. The biggest asset in this league is the quarterback. That's perfect. And you know what you do? You protect the quarterback. It's simple, dog. Every valuable asset that's worth a damn in the world, you know what the next they do to have with this? You have an insurance. You know what the insurance is? The insurance is a protection policy. You don't get the assets and then you're going to get another asset. No, you protect the asset. And what the Cincinnati Bengals did, I didn't like what they did in the draft pick. I called it out. Check the content. I'm like, you know what, man? Y'all got to protect the quarterback, man. You got to protect the asset. You got to protect the bag. You name me a place that has over $1 million in it and it's not secured. It's not secured. You tell me a place that's very valuable and that is not secured, man. Because the number one thing when you have a valuable asset, you know what you do? You protect it. The Los Angeles Chargers had a valuable asset was Justin Herbert. In the next year of the draft, you know what they did? They protected the asset. The Cincinnati Bengals had an asset in Joe Burrow. And you know what they did? They drafted a Jamar Chase. They got another asset. They try to get hood rich, man. That's what we call it. They try to get hood rich. You know, you want to get one car and then you get another car. Like, come on, bro. You can only drive one car at the same time, dog. You want to get houses. You want to get another house. No. You must protect your asset. And I'm looking at the Cincinnati Bengals and I'm looking at the Los Angeles Chargers. Those both teams, they're in the same situation. I look at them, they're the exact same team. They both got a franchise quarterback, got a young up-and-coming coaching. I mean, they got an absolutely good roster, both situations, but it comes down to the philosophy of how to protect your money and how to protect your asset. And right now, in the book of protecting your asset and your valuables, I believe the Los Angeles Chargers are a step ahead of the Cincinnati Bengals, man. I can't keep watching Joe Burrow just getting smacked, man. You know, from his rookie season, I can't keep watching Joe Burrow just getting his ass smacked, man. This is negligence. I keep saying this. It's negligence on the Bengals organization. If the draft comes next year and the Bengals don't draft 3 straight offensive linemen, bro, I'm telling you, we got to call a flag on the Cincinnati Bengals organization, man. Like, we got to do that. I can't stand that. I can't stand negligence, man. If you all see a child and a parent and it's negligent, you know what you do? You call CPS. There's an organization for that. In the NFL, they need to have an organization for negligence. They need to have an organization for negligence because it's not fair. Because what's happening in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, man, I'm just seeing negligence, man. And Joe Burrow is my guy, and I got to call it out, man. I got to call it out. Man, I could keep going, but I got to stop. I got to stop, man. Y'all got to stop doing that. The Brown family, y'all got to do that. You can't get my man killed over there, man. Can we please draft some offensive linemen? Can we please draft? You gave up on Penel Sewell. You gave up on Rashad Slater. You ain't get Christian Darrisaw. Come on, man. Can we please get an offensive line? All right? Enough is enough with receivers. There's a dime a dozen every receiver. There's one. Last year, we had Justin Jefferson. He had 1,400 yards receiving and whatnot. And what happened? They didn't do nothing. Their Vikings didn't do nothing. It's not a receiver league. It's a quarterback league, and it's called protecting your quarterback. That's the name of this league, man. Until you get that, Zach Taylor and the Bengals organization, you're going to continuously lose to Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers.